Melanie Martinez. Melanie Martinez. Guys! Hi, I'm Paige. This is Roman. That's David. Look at him piercing you guys with a stare. This is the Tide Pool. And guys, I missed out on something big last week.
What?
And that was Melanie Martinez.
Yes,
you guys
did.
watching her without me, and I'm so bummed because I've seen the request and I've always been like, damn, she's so good. I hope that one day we do it.
Oh, she's good.
And
You missed out.
First of all, love her. Love her in The Voice. Watched her like crazy.
She on The Voice?
She was on The Voice. That's where she came from. She sang Toxic and she blew it away. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
she's-
wondering where she came from.
amazing. She was on The Voice like years and years and years ago. Like, not season 34, like right now.
Like
what
season
they're doing.
3.
Well, I had no idea there was an order. I remember it was like, you got to do it in order.
I didn't know that either.
Someone gave us the order,
BTS
much like
style.
BTS style. So we get to watch this. I'm super excited because the last video was so interesting and cool and dark and twisted and different.
Well,
I
maybe they're
love
going to
it.
explain what was up with the weird blink-eyed
Well,
people
that
and
one
stuff.
was at the back.
Yeah,
You guys
so
were
maybe we're going to get some lead-in on that.
We start from the beginning.
Or maybe not.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Crybaby.
Can we do
Also,
it?
guys, I own this lipstick. She made a lipstick called Crybaby. One of my favorites.
And it's your thing.
She already has her
My
own...
arm
her
just
own-
brushed your boob.
Only on Tide Pool. Guys, this is good content. Let's watch.
It just reminded me of that Louis C.K. bit where he talks about how, like, if any part of you touches a boob, like, you somehow know, even if, like, you're in, like, you could be in a crowded room with, like, 100 people, and you're, like, your elbow could brush out, and you'd be like, that was a boob.
And that is 100% true.
It's so true. You
100%
exactly
true.
know.
I don't.
Paige feels uncomfortable now.
No, I'm not uncomfortable, but I don't think I've ever been like
Women would know that better than men, I would think.
the way we touch
There's
them.
definitely, like, a boob dar with guys, though, where you're kind of
Exactly.
like, that was a boob.
Boob dart. I will say, my sister and I, as kids, you know how you can like bump someone in the boob? We call it boobing you in the elbow. I'd be like, ah, you boob me in the elbow. That was our thing as kids. Hey, Gilly, she watches these.
Oh, hey, Gilly.
Hi, Gilly.
Don't boob anybody in the elbow.
Oh.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
Right?
You already know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Oh, no.
Is Melanie in there? Okay, so here are the characters again, the masked characters.
That's okay. Actually, that'd be kind of nice to have Rabbit Doctor.
Nope.
Yeah, it's cute. She got that nice pregnancy hair. All firm. Do like the catwalk. Oh, don't do that. Oh my. That was pretty dope. She's got the blackout out.
Oh, God. She's crying.
Melanie Martinez, you have a bold and distinct vision, man.
Yeah.
That's the name of the baby.
Song's so good.
There she is.
Nice.
You seem to brain with your heart. You take
Already.
things so hard and then you fall apart. You try to explain, but before you can start, those crybaby tears of the dark. Someone's turning the handle to the voices in your eyes. You pour it out where everyone can see. You have to big for your body, or you won't fit inside. You pour it out where everyone
before.
They're really good.
Yeah.
The whole album.
You're all on your own and you lost all your friends. You told yourself that it's not you, it's them. Of a kind and no one understands. But those crybaby tears keep coming back again. Someone's turning the handle to the voices in your head where everyone can see. Your heart's too big for
Or getting animals come to life again.
That's why you won't fit inside. You pour it out.
Oh, Toad. Toad's well done. Got such like an interesting timbre to her voice.
Yeah.
I could tattoo that.
Yeah. Pretty clear that she doesn't give a fucking
Yeah.
care. Like, awesome as shit, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Totally see her selling gear.
enamel things.
good stuff too.
She's gonna drown her own tears.
It's the first time I've seen an ad like that pop up on a YouTube video, though.
Same.
Like next generation advertising.
Yeah.
True. She was in there, in the dollhouse, in the thing.
No,
Yeah.
was
No.
she?
Well,
The whole thing was
you guys are
leaking.
gonna have to wait.
Damn, dollhouse is
And
the
then the
next
dollhouse
one.
next.
Okay.
So it leads into the dollhouse
Correct.
because it's the start of the dollhouse and it's leaking.
What I'm a little bit surprised about is that she's like such a total original, but every time I see her do the white and black haircut, like hair color split, I think, oh, it's like Sia. You know, I'm surprised she does anything that I see on any other pop star. A little
Did
bit.
Sia do that
She's
after
been
her
doing
though?
that since she was on The Voice.
So it was her own thing.
She's always looked very similar to this.
So Sia maybe took it from her. Not
don't see
necessarily.
it.
Well, it's not even quite the same
It's
though.
not.
It's not the same. Okay,
It's
I
very
would buy
Cruella
that.
de Vil.
And it's yes, Cruella de Vil.
Which, let's be honest, they all stole from Cruella.
Okay.
Oh, you are kind of right. That is kind of the Cruella.
It is very Cruella. She's been doing this since The Voice, and you were bringing up her voice. That got her very far. Like
Oh,
the
you
way
know
that she
what?
sings.
Seeing that little like side by side picture right here of her on The Voice, I remember her now.
Yeah.
I actually do remember her,
Uh-huh.
and now like my mind's like making these connections. I do remember her from The Voice, yeah, and she did stand out. That's really, really
Super
cool.
stood out, uh-huh.
It's interesting too, like the kind of fascination with the kiddie things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the real like kind of like girly childish things, and kind of like the own twistedness to it. Did she have kind of like a troubled childhood? Obviously, like a very like kind of like rough portrayal of like her mother and her childhood and
Yeah.
her drinking
Yeah.
and kind of like the kind of like allusions to abortion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things
I wonder
like that.
I wonder how biographical it is.
Yeah, I
it
don't
is.
know.
When people were saying in the comments to the Mad Hatter one, they were saying like it's an arc and you have to understand it. I was like, how is this an arc? But seeing this, I'm like, okay, for sure. It's like
She's born here.
and she's
Yeah.
exploring childhood themes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and like and
Yeah.
It's
or
And-
whatever. We'll see as we watch the videos, but like for sure. So it's like a theme. I bet she's gonna play with in all these, right?
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing I think too about this one, and I think you and I maybe have like talked about things like this too, about like emotions and feeling bad for having like a lot of emotions, and it's kind of that's the sense I'm getting, right? Like in the beginning she's like, she's a crybaby, and if you're a certain type of person, you just feel a lot and you can't do anything about that. You just feel a lot, and maybe sometimes you're like, I don't even want to be crying, but I just feel too much to not cry. You know what I mean? And that's just the way I am. Yeah, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just an emotional person. And that's kind of what I'm getting from that, and maybe that was. And I think
that
anybody.
kind of the thing that she took, because this whole style, I doubt that she grew up in a way where this was like the style. You know, like this comes from her mind. I feel like she's just like has this really twisted, beautiful mind. You know.
It's a really nice
Or she's
style.
like she. You know, pulls things for that she sees. She's like, she gravitates towards other things that were like this and kind of developed her own thing by pulling from,
and I love it.
you know, different
I
sources.
I love, this video was awesome. The Mad Hatter video was so visually striking and really cool.
I appreciate any artist, right, that's like using their visuals to get to something else and to try and say something larger than like, look, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
And
Here's my
that's it.
single.
Yeah, you know, and
I agree.
It's great.
And
That's
you're
what
right
brought me
about her
to-
not being on the radio.
For
It's
sure.
it's weird. Like even this amount of views, I'm like,
Wow, I
this many
know. I saw
likes.
that and I was like, jeez.
Yeah,
She doesn't need the radio, you know, kind of, maybe that's the situation. Maybe it's like,
Which
well,
is cool.
Yeah.
I don't need to play these, like, you know, I don't know if she's on a label or
She's
she's
wonderful.
self-repping or whatever.
Oh
but-
no, she's got
Yeah, I
me
mean,
on
look at the
it,
little, look at the Warner, isn't that the
Oh,
Warner
wow,
music?
she is, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Huh, weird, I don't know. Or maybe
Yeah.
not weird, maybe it's the
Thanks,
future.
guys. We can't wait to watch another one.
Thank you. That was so weird when the ad wheel popped up on the side, though.
That
I've
was
never
weird.
seen that. Where it's like mid-song, I can buy her an